So we are tracking a major update on our state's push to get workers vaccinated. We now know how many state troopers are out of a job over the vaccine mandate. John Hopperstad has the latest on this and how it could impact our safety. John, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Yeah, here at WSP headquarters, the numbers just coming into us this morning, and it looks like 127 Washington State Patrol employees are out of a job this morning because of the governor's vaccine mandate. Looking at the breakdown here, 74 of them commissioned, 53 civilians. It breaks down to 67 troopers, 6 sergeants, and 1 captain. Now we're joined by Chris Loftus with the State Patrol, and I guess the question on everyone's mind is, what does this mean for public safety?
Well, it means that we're going to have to redeploy our resources in a smart way to make sure that we're meeting our core responsibilities of keeping the roads safe, but also we have other law enforcement responsibilities that are absolutely essential to the state. And we were already down some 85 troopers because of some long-standing issues of recruiting law enforcement right now is very difficult. We're seeing progress in that, but this will add to that challenge. That said, this is certainly a situation of great consequence, but we're an agency of great size. We have 2,200 folks spread out across a big state. We're organized to respond to emerging situations and to changing situations. We'll use that skill set to make sure that every base is covered.
2,200 employees, but just over 1,000 troopers right now. As you mentioned, you're already down about 85. A lot of these folks that you're going to bring in, and I know you hope to bring in new recruits to cover these folks that are leaving now, but these will be young troopers, inexperienced troopers, and a lot of these folks that are leaving now, they've got experience 15, 20, 25 years. What is that loss like for the department?
No way to downplay, or should we, the loss that we've suffered here. These were good people. They're not leaving for any sort of disciplinary reasons. They're leaving because they had a conviction that did not allow them to stay with us in this time of the COVID mandate. So there's a loss. Good people, good-hearted people with great skills. But now it's time for us to look forward. Now it's time for us to look to the future and to do our best to fill those vacancies, to make sure we deploy ourselves wisely, and to provide the service that we've been providing the state for over 100 years.
As we look forward, let's look back one more time, because these numbers could have been a lot bigger. When we talked a few weeks ago, we were looking at potentially hundreds of troopers losing their jobs over this, because the vaccine mandate at that point was about 50%. So you've seen improvement, at least in that area, over the last few weeks.
Sure, the vaccine mandate has worked. We moved from less than 50% vaccinated to now over 94% vaccinated or accommodated. And so the vaccine has worked, and we've got to remember the enemy here is COVID. The enemy is a disease that kills people. The enemy is a disease that has tramped upon our economies and our systems and our very cultural fabric. We've got to get COVID in the rearview mirror, and to do that, we've got to move forward.
Chris Loftus, thanks for joining us this morning. And a lot of state employees, not just here at the Washington State Patrol, are going to be dealing with this, losing their jobs over this vaccine mandate. But here, the numbers are not what they could have been. As you heard him mention, just a few weeks ago, they were looking at about a 50% vaccination rate, potentially hundreds of troopers off the job. This morning, though, the final tally is 127 Washington State employees losing their job because of the vaccine mandate, guys.